Hey guys, it's Tyler from techURway. Today is a special video. It was requested by the Richmond High School Webpage Design 2 class. Today we're going to be teaching you how to set up an iframe, which is quite different from a frame, which we'll explain later on at the end of this video when we're done. Basically, there's a couple differences between a frame and an iframe, and we'll easily explain it. During this video tutorial, you can easily pause this at any time to help you develop your own and work along with us, so it's easier for you and can possibly save some questions being asked. However, if you do have questions, feel free to comment this video or send us a message on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/World of Tech. So let's go ahead, and as you can see right now, we're using the Mozilla Firefox. And it's a nice web browser, so if you're using Internet Explorer, you may want to consider a switch, mainly because Firefox is actually a better browser when it comes to developing websites. It's actually quicker, and it's made for programmers. Just to throw it out there, I've actually worked on my own web browser, which we'll read about whenever we look at the test page. Now, for this tutorial, we needed to kind of cut time down since we are limited since we're on YouTube. We went ahead and created our own web page. So we load this up, and as you can see, this is our just sample web page, which we'll use in a future video. And of course, we'll add it up and I guess make more of a better design to this. However, you can see it's very simple right now. Welcome to, and then we have changed this to techURway. We have a home and a surf your way, and surf your way. We'll click on that and explain that in a second, because I'm sure people may be asking, why is there a surf page on here? Now, we click on home, and of course it loads up a page and it says, welcome to iframe demo. This video was made in request to the RHS Webpage 2 class. For more information and tutorials, please check out the YouTube page. We'll click back, and then we'll click on Surf Your Way. That loads and opens up a new page, and then it says Surf Your Way is my latest web browser that I have created. It's currently in beta, however. And then if anybody want to try it out, just send me an email at thandley1991@gmail.com, and I'll provide you a download link so you can download the browser and test it out yourself. Right now, it's not the greatest appeal visually. However, it is faster from test videos and beta testers, faster than Mozilla Firefox and faster than Internet Explorer. So, between the two, that's actually decent. However, we're going to go back now and get on with this tutorial. We're going to go ahead and open up the index.html file. As you can see here, this is exactly what you're seeing behind the notepad. Our title is right there. This is obviously all centered, and the font size has been set and modified to the needs we need. Now, as you can see, there is our two links. We have href, site.html, a target, which is not set yet, and that's our home. So every time we set this iframe up, every time we click on home, the site.html file will show. And then of course, Surf Your Way, and we have not thrown in the target, mainly just because some people may not know that you actually can add in a target to your own web page. Now, we're going to go ahead and set up our iframe. Now, the big difference between web browsers is you have to make sure you enter the codes correctly. If you misentered anything, I know on Firefox will actually pick up. So if you forget to put a bracket somewhere, Firefox knows. It's a smart browser. It knows to put it in there for you. However, Internet Explorer kind of lacks that. So if you click on a link or if you code something incorrectly, it shows your errors. So we're going to go ahead and set this up. Now, after this code is entered, you can pause this video and try to set up your own web page. So here we go. We're going to start off with capitalizing the iframe. It's not necessarily, but it's just easier and can save time if something does happen. We're going to name this. Now, you can name this basically anything you want. You can name it Tyler, Test, Tech, RHS. You name it, you can name it, I guess you can say. You can name it, you can name your iframe that, I guess. It's really not a big deal. However, if you have multiple iframes, I guess it would be easier on you to actually content what it is. For this, we should use something such as site frame or something like that, or S frame. However, we're just going to go ahead and name this an iframe, basically because it's just easier. Now, we need to search our file. We're going to be searching for the site.html file. Basically, you can put this wherever, as whatever you want as long as that page is existing. What that does is anytime after we have this saved, anytime that we go to this web page, it's automatically going to load your site.html file once you click on the web page. So say if we went back to localhost, it would automatically show the site.html for tylerhanleys.com website. So for this website, this techURway test website, every time we load this up, it's automatically going to load my homepage up for me. And it's actually quicker, and you don't have to deal with having to load the whole page. Now, after doing this, we need to set a frame border. And for this video, we're just going to go ahead and set up 0 for the border. Now, you can obviously change this as you wish and what may look good on your web page. Personally, I think borders look way better, or not having a border looks way better than having a border. Now, we need to set our width and our height for this. Now, for this demo on this, since I'm using a 1440 by 900 screen resolution, we're just going to go ahead and set up as a 1027 for our width, and for our height, we're just going to use 470. That's a standard almost on almost any web browser out there that uses an iframe, but then again, it just depends on your content that you need. Now, the next thing is a scroll bar. This can alter, you can remove it, you can do a no scroll, which means if a web page loads and it actually has a scroll bar, you can remove that. However, we're just going to go ahead and use the standard one. We're going to end that, and of course the main important thing is we need to end our iframe code. So, as you can see here, we're going to maximize that for you real quick. This part of the video, you may need to pause so you can attempt this. Before we save this, however, we need to go back up here. As you can see on our links, we have a target, but it's not targeting anything. This is where the iframe name comes in hand. We're going to put an iframe here. So basically, if this part right here was Tyler, then my target right here would be Tyler. And that's basically all it is. So whatever this is would be what this would be. So on this page, we're going to go ahead and add in our target because we did not ever do that. So we're just going to go ahead and put target equals, and then we're going to put iframe. And that's simple. That's the basic way of doing it. Now, we're going to go ahead and Control S, which is a way to save it, or you can just go to File, Save. And now we're going to refresh this page. Now, as you can see, there's one thing that we messed up when coding this. And this is where we purposely show you why it's important to pay attention when you're coding. Since we didn't make a certain area for the frame automatically takes in place where the links were. So we're going to go back to our index file. Right here, we're going to go down, and we're going to do a break and a paragraph on it. And we're going to resave this, and this should fix our problem here. There you go. Now, what a break does is basically just gives a line underneath it, and a paragraph gives you an empty line under it. So basically, it's just a cleaner way of making a web page obviously look nice. Now, since that has been done, as you can see, our home page is now there. We don't have to click on home anymore. And the show, you click on Surf Your Way, and Surf Your Way now shows there, and you can switch off. Now that's the basic ways of showing how to do an iframe, and we're going to open this up for you guys one more time so you guys can obviously see how to do this again. We're going to move this down. Now, the difference between an iframe and a frame. Basically, an iframe allows several pages to link into that one frame. So as you can see here, we had 2 pages linked to one frame. Now, if we just did one frame, such as like, if we did the following that I'm about to do, which you do not need to do, but if we did something like that, that basically would set just one page to work in that frame, and it divides the whole page up. As for an iframe, it actually allows several pages to go to just that one frame. It's a lot cleaner and quicker when it comes to coding a web page, and actually almost 9 out of 10 websites will have an iframe in there somewhere if you're big on that. And that's it for today's show. If you have any questions, just message back, rate, comment, subscribe, and of course, as we always in techURway, we always like to say, get plugged in.